Trucial with your tropical update for August 30th. The tropics are busy today, and the Florida Gulf Coast can expect a tropical storm landfall late this week. Threat levels are set to DEFCON 3 for these regions. Today's top story is Tropical Depression 9 in the south-central Gulf of Mexico, which developed over the weekend from the wave we were closely watching on approach to Florida last week. As the system stayed weak, it was able to slip south of Florida and into the Gulf, and today is moving slowly northwest, several hundred miles west of the Keys. TD9 will drift for the next day or so to the south of Mid-South Ridging, before turning north and east as a frontal boundary currently over the plains pushes into the eastern U.S. This track scenario, strongly supported by all models, will bring the storm across North Florida overnight Thursday into Friday morning, likely as Tropical Storm Hermine, before sweeping it east into the Atlantic. In terms of intensity, the Gulf waters are very warm, but near red dry air masses and increasing shear as it approaches Florida will likely limit landfall intensity to weak to moderate tropical storm levels, with winds of about 50 miles an hour. My forecast is a bit further north and weaker than the NHC, but the dominant impact of Florida in either case will be heavy rainfall. Expect general accumulations of 3 to 6 inches for the entire Florida peninsula south of a line from Tallahassee to Jacksonville from today through Saturday, with local totals of 10 inches or more possible. Overall, there is very little chance of the storm reaching hurricane intensity before landfall, and Hermine will very likely join the pantheon of modest tropical storms, making landfall in the vicinity of, where else, but the Steinhatchee-Broscan metropolitan area over the past 20 years. Elsewhere, Tropical Depression 8 is barely hanging on near the North Carolina Outer Banks, and will have little to no impact as it turns out to sea over the next few days. Hurricane Gaston continues to move slowly in the central Atlantic, and this system too is no threat. Its greatest impact on the U.S. has been a massive surge in Beauty and the Beast memes, but that will also subside as Gaston spins down over the next 5 days in the East Atlantic. Also worth mentioning is a tropical wave just exiting the African coast, Invest 92L. The Euro and GFS ensembles are suggesting slow organization of this system over the next 5 to 7 days as it moves west towards the Lesser Antilles, and there is a 60 to 65% chance of development this week. Concerningly, models show a strong high-latitude blocking pattern over the western Atlantic around 8 to 9 days out. This time frame is potentially when 92L would be beginning to near the U.S., and historically, ridging in this location is a very favorable pattern for U.S. hurricane landfalls. Obviously, there is a long time to watch 92L, but this particular pattern and the existence of a disturbance to potentially take advantage of it elevates U.S. landfall risks in 10 to 13 days. Watch this system carefully. Alright guys, busy times in the tropics. The next 3 weeks are the climatological heart of hurricane season, and the U.S. will be 50% done with the year from a landfall perspective in about 5 days. I'll keep you informed as it all unfolds. In the meantime, now you know what's happening in the tropics. Keep watching the skies.